Lord have mercy. What's up, everybody? I just got to watch it. Da 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 da. Make it say I just got to watch it. No Limit documentary. I inspired. So let's first get into. I think this is part 3 and 4. I had the pleasure of watching both. And after Tupac was killed, Master P, came through. Slang took over the rap game. He dominated the rap game. 10 to 20 albums No Limit had out. There was like a pop-in label. And, the beauty of Master P, his mindset as a boss, as a businessman, he signed a distribution deal with Priority Records, meaning that he got control 80% of that market, 80% of the revenue he gets. 80% of the album. If the album is $20, he get 80% of that. 80%. Catch that. 80% of an album, the proceeds goes to Master P. Now, he learned that formula from Michael Jackson's attorney. And the attorney actually charged him, Michael Jackson's attorney charged him like $25,000 to having a conversation. He said, in order for you to make money in the music business, you need a distribution deal. That's how you make your money. So in the previous episodes, he signed he was offered a $1 million deal. He didn't control his name, his likeness, anything. He walked away from that and he went to Priority Records and control and got a beautiful deal. No artist in hip hop ever had a distribution deal with 80% of the proceeds goes towards the artist, where you own your masters and everything like that. So he had female rappers, Mama's Family. He had a lot of people on his label, and they were definitely doing it. Who else? On the city bus, he would put advertisement all on the city bus. Anytime they come up with an album, you put it all on them. I think, and when I tell you that he wanted, what was that? Maciso, whatever. One of his Masipico. Damn, I done fucked up his name. Well, one of the rappers, okay, fuck it. One of the rappers was on a label and he wanted to leave the label because he wasn't feel like the label was treating him right. So he wanted to go with No Limit. So P. Diddy had there you go, Mystical. I think I said it right. So he went to the label and Master P was like, how much do it cost for me to get this artist? And they said, he said $375,000. And Master P was like, I got it. So he put the check for $375, just like that. That artist was with Master P. That's dope. That's a boss. I cannot wait if I just want to buy some. If I want some, it's just like, how much do it cost? Don't. He said that amount. He wrote the check. Then during that time, the artist who I think is Mystical, my Mystical, whatever the artist name is, the one with M. He was in New Orleans, doing some fuck shit because New Orleans was the murder capital of the world. So, Master P was like, we not with this fuck shit. We ain't with this gangster stuff. We about making music, getting rich, not focusing on this messed up stuff. So let's not lose focus. And he was like, if you up there want to bring groupies and do all this party stuff, I'm not with that. We are here to make money. We're not here to do gangster rap and, beefing and all of that. We're focusing on making music. Then he made a movie about it. He made a movie. That movie grossed $20 million. He would make these low budget hood movies similar to, I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to trigger nobody, but it's similar to Tyler Perry when he makes his movie be like a low budget, but make massive profits, more like a Tyler Perry. I'm not going to say Tyler Perry is hood movies he make, but Tyler Perry do make low budget movies and he make a big, massive return on his investment. Then he opens up a studio. He's back in November 1997. I was actually 7 years old, but he did a press conference. He said he's retiring as a solo artist and he wants to be a CEO. Master P also goes after Snoop Dogg because he found out it was some issues between Snoop Dogg and Death Row. But if you're going after Snoop Dogg, you have to meet up with Suge Knight. And during that time in hip hop, everybody was like scared of Suge Knight. I said Snoop Knight, a Suge Knight. So Master P was like, I don't fear no man, where he at? So he went to prison. And he said, Suge, what would it take for me to get Snoop Dogg on my label? What would it take? So he told him a number and he put extra zeros added on to the number. So a couple of $1 million, Master P were able to get Snoop Dogg on his No Limit label. Okay? Now, when he did that, Master P garnered that deal. Then they still, I think Death Row still owns Snoop Dogg's name, and he had to give some of the proceeds to, I think, Death Row. I don't know how it is today. He probably have his name today. And he said he never been afraid of no man. I told you that. And it was like a couple of $1 million. Now, by doing that, Snoop Dogg did a song with one of his artists, and he said, just give me $3,500. And Master P gave him $35,000. Now, mind you, that was the time when Snoop Dogg was broke. None of this stuff was in his name. He had no money in his name. He did not own the house, the car. All of his business dealings were in somebody else's name. So he had ownership of none of it. So when he moved to Master P pretty much taught him the game, pretty much taught him how to be successful. Now, back in 1998, they released 23 albums, and all of the albums were successful. He amassed over 56.5 of the label, and the label back at that time, No Limit Records, was worth over $400 million, and this was all on BET. Then Death Row caught Snoop Dogg slipping at this concert. They were backstage. Now, all of No Limit was all on stage performing, and Snoop Dogg was in there, didn't even know what was going on. So he ran, and they were chasing him. And next thing you know, bullets start to fly. I don't know if somebody got in their foot or something. I don't know if somebody got in their pinky toe, but things went on with the violence during that era. And so Snoop Dogg was running for his life because he didn't want to get beat up or even killed because, Death Row were after him. So, but Snoop Dogg ran right into the police and they arrested him. And then Snoop Dogg was like, we spent time in jail with Ray J. So all of that was going on, and all that was like literally like going on. And of course, Master P get into, basketball playing. Then he get into doing sports management. Then he was managing an artist he was managing a person. He wasn't personally managing his sports career, but one of the athletes they signed was a terrible contract in his opinion. But Master P was like, you already got a couple of $1 million. But the man, according to Sports Illustrated, they said that was one of the worst deals in modern history. So Master P was like, there's no listeners getting into No Limit Sports. Let's just shut it down. It's just embarrassment. It's just an L. But he kept going. Now, the beauty of Master P, even when Snoop Dogg did his his third album with them. He finished up his career with No Limit. The beauty thing, the most thing I've learned out of this entire documentary, the most beautiful thing, is that man never gave up. I don't care what L he taken. He was like, okay, what is next? What else can we do? Okay, this didn't work. Okay, let's get up into this. Okay, this didn't work. Okay, let's do this. We get the music. We doing a film. We doing this. So that's one thing I admire about Master P. And another thing I admired about when they went to Baton Rouge, and all of the black millionaires would go into this country club. You know, they were owning this gated community, owning all of this property. A lot of them white folks didn't like it. Then they would burn across because they amassed so much wealth with all of these, with the governor would stay, with all them white folks would stay. You know, Louisiana, the state of Louisiana is very racist. You know, even to this day, they have some racist tendencies, especially in Baton Rouge. So but they would come in and own the house. They didn't want to give him no house, and he would just get the house out in cash. And all them homes were in the name of the artist and not the label name or in Master P name. The other beauty that I learned from that he was trying to have a label like, you know, Motown. He wanted to be the hip hop Motown. And the beauty of that, he was like a manufacturing records, putting out deals, putting out songs and all of that. And for a while, it was very successful. But one thing about Master P, no matter what all them artists were doing, most of them not doing anything today. Master P still relevant. He gets into sports. He's into, I think today he was on the Breakfast Club selling syrup. He was also selling T-shirts, masks. He got the shoes. So one thing about Master P, he always keep his stuff very relevant when it comes to selling merchandise. That's one thing I like about him. And when you a boss, you don't get distracted with lazy folks. You keep pushing. You cut off dead weight when things are holding back. And I'm in that predicament. I'm in that space. Like I've been doing business with this graphic designer for a long time. And it pretty much he's not the same. He don't want to do what he want to do. So I got to cut ties. I got to get with other people that's willing to do with my vision, you know, willing to promote me and do great things for me, because what he's doing, he want to do some messed up shit. So you move on. As a boss, you move on. You don't get stagnated and focus on people that don't want nothing to better themselves. And so I've admired Master P growth as coming from the hood, from Louisiana, from New Orleans, and amassing so much wealth and retiring his family and bringing together his son and teaching his son the business. I think that is incredible. And I love that. I love to see that. And one thing I can say as working on this show, you will have people that will be jealous of the success. And you know, it's kind of sad that I even have people that are jealous of me and I'm not even where I want to be. It's not where you want to be. It's just people want the little stuff that you have, you know, and that's to be the case. But I give this documentary, this part 1, part 2, I think this was 3 and 4. I give this documentary thumbs up. Okay. If you have not watched it, go get you some BT, get you some cable. I don't know what to tell you. You ain't got no cable. Something wrong with you, ain't got no cable today. Now, let's get into Benzino and Athena. Benzino have been arrested because he was doing some things with Athena. I think he was beating on her or trying to beat her up. I don't know all the facts of that. But I did get like a photo of something, like his knuckles was all bloody. And I think his son, give me a second. Where is that at? I think it's like son was posted something on there that said he got his knuckles, I think he got injured in prison or in jail. Crazy. So Benzino, I guess he's locked up. I guess it's a domestic violence dispute. No, he beat up the boyfriend car. So I don't know why would you do that, Benzino, and maybe because your head is big. Because when I was looking at your pictures and I was downloading it for a thumbnail, your head is all swollen. But if your girl don't want you, if Athena doesn't want you, you just move on with your life. I don't understand. Just get you some new pussy. Like if she dumps you, and get you somebody new. Okay, it's plenty yoni out there in the sea. You don't have to be upset and obsessed over that one. If she moved on, you move on. It's just that simple. Like, and I'm being 100% serious here. If she's moved on, let everybody else move on. He got the same head as yeah, he got a very big swollen like head, you know. He said that but I'm just saying, like, just move on. If she moved on, get you somebody else. I mean, you Benzino, I guess, is he a rapper, business person? I never heard of him. I never heard any of his music before. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody play it for me. I never heard any of his music. Benzino's they said Benzino's out of jail now, and I wish him nothing but the best. I wish him nothing but the best. I wish that he just keep his hands to himself and don't bother nobody, if that's just what it is. They said he has an absent neck. Benzino is crazy, and he is, what was that? Rots in jail. Oh, he rots in jail. He used to be the rapper, then got on Love and Hip Hop. Okay, I'm just reading y'all comments. Okay. Wow, I'm just reading y'all comments. Now, another piece that's going on in the news, that Lamar Odom, Fiancee, got all in his daughter's face after overhearing her talking about her. This was an exclusive on the Neighborhood Talk. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. No matter the dollar or two, all dollars counts over here. It goes, neighbors, it's no secret that Lamar Odom is head over heels for his fiancee Sabrina Parr, but his children aren't too fond of her for obvious reasons. Earlier this year, Lamar's daughter, Destiny Odom, 21, claimed that Sabrina punched him in the mouth and has been abusive to the former NBA player. So a woman beating on you? Okay. Destiny made those comments on Lamar's Valentine's Day post to his boo. Since then, we haven't heard much about Lamar and his family, but the tension is still very much still there. A family friend was down in Florida last month when they saw Sabrina allegedly step to Destiny like she was going to fight her. We're going to say alleged for legal reasons, but trust, this tea is all facts. This is the Neighborhood Talk. The source told us that Sabrina was swimming in the pool and overheard a conversation Destiny was having with a friend on the phone, and how people were coming in and out of the house, smoking a lot of weed with Sabrina's 5-year-old son. Around, she made a comment about understanding why Sabrina doesn't have custody of her son, which set her off. Sabrina hopped out of the pool and confronted Destiny about her conversation on the phone. The source say Destiny felt challenged because she felt like Sabrina was really about to try and fight her. Lamar did quickly come outside and stepped in between them. The following day, Destiny's mom, Lamar's ex, had a sit down with Sabrina where she told her straight up, don't get it in her face again or it will be an issue. Sabrina knows she's dead ass wrong, and while Lamar is sticking around, it's even crazier, child. So it's a lot of crazy stuff that is going on. But my thing is this, Lamar Odom, he does coke, okay? He was a crackhead. I don't know if he's still on crackhead, but I read the man book. I think he said he used to put it on the punani on his thing. He used to jump up and down. But whatever it is, he is a known crackhead, a known coke addict. So is he giving Sabrina some of that coke? Is he giving Sabrina, what I want to know, is he giving her some of that coke? Because only coke would just make you just want to up and get it to his daughter's face. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, is that the truth? Because last time I checked, Lamar Odom, he does that candy dust. You know, he does that booger sugar. That's the last time I've heard about Lamar Odom, that he does booger sugar. I could be wrong. Maybe y'all can let me know in the comments. But is that the one that did booger sugar? I mean, is that the one that's up his nose? And it ain't nowhere in the world you hopping on a peen that put powder up his nose, white powder up his nose, and you ain't taking a little of that powder? Let me know in the comments. Because why are you going to jump up in his daughter's face? She's way younger. I hope that she's younger than you. But why do that? Why? I wish somebody would jump on my daughter's face. You know, it's like just quite crazy. And that's why some of these men got to be careful who they be with. But this is a crackhead. So him being on this coke and crack, it's no telling when you do all that crazy stuff. You snorting all that type of stuff. Your career went down the drain. I don't even think he got no teeth. I think all his teeth didn't rotted out. I think so. If I'm not mistaken. I think most of it is gone. Because it looked like his teeth didn't rot out. I definitely don't want no rotten mouth. I don't ever want no rotten mouth or no stinky man. Oh, I was in a meeting today. I was in a class today, and we were talking about things that we want of our partner. And many people were putting on there, well, I want my partner, I want loyalty. I want, you to be spiritually. And everybody was putting all that stuff on the board. And they said, Wiley, what do you want of your mate? Good hygiene. They said, what do you want of your mate? Good hygiene. Not you smelling like hot piss. That's exactly what I want for my mate. Is good hygiene. Now, this last subject, I don't know much about Jake Paul, but apparently Jake Paul, a YouTuber, house was raided by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I don't know why he was raided by the FBI. He was actually really raided. It wasn't like that fake FBI talk that they talk about in the ghetto sector. He actually was raided. Not all that fake false stuff with, false hair, greasy makeup, sweaty makeup, you know what I'm saying, with stained drawers, but actually something real. He, was raided. Now, I don't know all of the facts or why he was raided. They're saying that it was because of his manager, but his manager house was raided as well. The authorities is keeping this hush-hush. They're not really speaking on the matter. So when I was reading it and doing my little investigation, I don't really see it or why they would do it. But one thing I can say that is he have been raided. So we will see with Jake. Now, I don't even know what kind of YouTuber he is, but everybody was talking about it. I believe even Lovely T was talking about it. And yes, he did have a bunch of guns. They said unregistered guns, but I don't know like what was the proper cause or the proper, was it a proper cause? I don't know what was the proper cause for them to to raid the man's house. I don't know. Lamar treated people good. It's sad to see him struggling with addiction. Yeah, it's sad to see, but you got to blame him. And in his book, he talked about when he first tried coke or got hooked on drugs, he said he was extremely horny. And it made him extremely horny. It made him want to have some punani. So it kind of like, it started out fun, but then he got hooked on it. I read that he owed $2 million in taxes. OMG. Not that man owed $2 million in taxes. That is crazy. $2 million? $2 million in taxes? OMG. Lamar used to be a basketball player. That is who Lamar Odom is. Used to be a basketball player. Also, too, now, this is another thing that someone sent me, and we're going to play this clip. Even though I think this woman got a problem, probably something mentally ill wrong with this woman, but producer sent it to me. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to add it. I didn't put her in the title. So I'm going to add it to it. But yes, so this the article. They said FBI raid Jake Paul's mansion tied to disturbance at a shopping mall. A SWAT team was on hand Wednesday at the FBI served a search warrant at the mansion of the controversial YouTuber influencer Jake Paul, sources compared to the time. The FBI said the raid was tied to an incident in May in which Paul allegedly was involved in some kind of disturbance at an Arizona shopping mall. Search warrants were also served in Nevada and Arizona. The FBI executed a federal search warrant at the residency connection with an ongoing investigation. An affidavit in support of the search warrant has been sealed by a judge, and I am therefore prohibited from commenting as to the nature of the investigation. No arrests are planned, an FBI representative said in a statement. Details about the investigation were not released, but sources say early morning raid was related to a June riot at the Arizona Mall in which police say Paul was involved. A SWAT team was used to enter Paul's home. Law enforcement sources say agents trained to make high-risk entry are used when intelligence suggests there are weapons or people who authorities believe who could be violent on the premises. Sources said multiple firearms were found on the property. Videos show the Los Angeles County Sheriff's sheriff's deputies carrying at least 5 long guns to a cruiser parked in front of the mansion and securing the weapons inside the vehicle. After an initial search, federal agents left Paul home in possession of vehicles, including an armed SWAT truck, a dark van, and a truck with several camouflage dressed agents riding in the back. Paul has been run-ins with the law enforcement in the past. So this is what's going on in this situation. So whatever happened, I don't know what the hell did he do. Did he like hold up the mall? That is crazy. That is a lot. What did he do? What did he do? Did he hold up an entire mall or something? Wow, that is crazy to me. Like, what in the world did this man do? Did he just up and just hold up a mall? Gosh, that is a lot of mess that this man is in. A lot of mess. Like, what in the world did this man do? That's crazy. I wish him nothing but the best. Child, that's all I can say. What more you can say? Jake, you need to take a whole break. And also, I cannot, just take a whole break in your life. OMG. Also, too, Mary J. Blige will be in Power. I've been knew that for a while, but I know some of y'all didn't know. I cannot wait. Mary J. Blige will be in the new series Power 2, I think they're going to call it. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be incredible to see Mary J. Blige act. So I am in it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Just lewd on camera. He was just someone they could put a face and a name to prosecute. Wow, I know who he is. I just don't watch him. He's problematic and always doing something stupid for attention. So you probably think he did it for clicks and views. They said, can't wait. Oh my God, how is Power on and the main character is there? Well, they did a spinoff. So, they did a spinoff because 50 Cent had a deal with them to produce exclusive content for Stars. So it was a spinoff. It was a spinoff. That's what they did. Just said, oh my God, how is Power? Okay, I answered that. They said Mary J. Blige and a lot of stuff. I will not support any 50 Cent product. You won't support it? I think it's a great thing. I think it's awesome. But let me play this video because a producer sent it to me, and I really believe that this woman, it's on site. So I'm going to play this video because I really think the lady got a problem. That's just in my humble opinion. So it's on site, posted this. I really think the lady got a problem. I really believe so. That's just me. I believe that the lady got a problem.
In my inbox, yo. You know how responsible I feel for all the women that I let get hurt? Because when they came for Joe Brown and what the one.
Okay, so what she's pretty much saying on here, she's saying that Philadelphia Jaguar Wright, who just openly accused Common of trying to force his peen in her mouth while she slept, is at it again, this time taking on the Roots and their alleged knowledge of R. Kelly's sexual transgressions. On Tuesday, Wright posted a video saying how responsible she feels for all the minors involved in the jail singer's predatory raid. Because she was allegedly told to keep her mouth shut about Kelly's escapades with underage girls by a member of the Roots. Meanwhile, Roots affiliate Dice Raw is chalking all of Wright's recent rants up to mental health issues. We're going to pray for her to come out of this heal. Mental illness is real, he replied to a Twitter user. I'm plus, maybe it is a mental illness thing, because where is this lady coming out? Because I knew the lady was crazy when she was up there talking about Common. I just knew the lady had a problem. When she brought up that Common did this and Common did that, I knew sis had a problem. I knew someone working upstairs. I just knew it. Sis got a problem. And these people say, well, I really want to believe. Yeah, but she definitely, you could just see it. You can see it in her face. She got them chopped up eyebrows. She just on a rant. She got a problem. She got a problem. You say whatever y'all want to say. Sis definitely got a problem. Like, come on. She got a problem. And she's going to need some massive, massive help. Okay? Okay? They said, yes. She got right, and that was down the roof. She did unplug with Jay-Z. She's having a breakdown. Yeah, she's having a breakdown. He knew Mary would draw versus why Common screw everybody. Excuse me. Me personally, I don't believe it. They said Jack always wanted to know where you went, who you were. So they said no, she was telling. Oh, so you gonna say she's telling the truth? Okay, the call-in number is open. Call in and let me know why is she telling the truth. Because me personally, I don't believe her. That's just me. I just don't believe her. I need to hear more facts in the matter. Drugs and kills, tell the truth. I listen. People can come out with stuff and make stuff up. You don't believe me? People can make stuff up. They said drug and kids tell the truth. I don't know. I'm on the side of I need more information, and if she do need some mental health help, get her the help. If that's what she need, get her the help, because in reality, she shouldn't be out here having these rants. Like, somebody seriously should be out here helping her. Quiet told Dr. Heavily she screwed Common. Wow, Common screwed all those people? Really? Why would she though? I mean, if she really in need of help, definitely get some help. In my humble opinion, that's what I'm gonna feel about it. If she out here saying all this stuff about, Common and who this other person, that other person, she should definitely get some help. That's just my personal opinion of it all. I 100% agree that she should get some help. They said that entertainment world is a beast that is not meant for everybody. Common looks like he smokes crack. He's not cool. Wow. They said Common is Common with the ladies. Okay. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead, sister.
Wiley?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So I was calling for the Lamar Odom. I actually think that she's good for him, because since they've been together, when have you heard like any trouble that he's been in? And I know she said that she was helping him, detox and get on the straight road. So far as him doing drugs, I don't believe he's doing drugs anymore. And also, she was saying that, they are waiting to have sex, once they get married. So I think that he really likes her. I think that she's actually good for him and taking him down a better path than what the Kardashians was doing. So I'm not understanding, why people do not like this chick.
Well, maybe because she's too young. How old is she, though? Is she the same age?
No, come on, black don't crack. Just because she look young, that does not mean that she's young.
Okay, but how old is she? Well, maybe they feel like she's a gold digger. Have you ever thought about that?
He ain't got no money. That's the thing. So how's she a gold digger when, basically the drugs took all his money and him investing wrong? He already said that, and then giving out his money to friends.
Okay. I feel you, sister. So you're not on the side of you're on the side of on Lamar.
I think her name on Instagram is something get up her or something like that.
Okay. They said,
yes, I'm on her side because I'm just looking for where I don't see anything he's doing bad. I know he went on Drink Champs, but remind you, she wasn't there when he went to Drink Champs, and then he had ended up getting drunk, and that hot mess happened. She was not there with him. But I'm not hearing about him getting in any trouble. We don't hear about him overdosing like we was at first. When he was with Chloe. And drugs and all that. Well,
word is he's still on that. Word is he's still on that booger sugar, as everybody is that's what the word on the street is. So you don't believe that.
Word on the street. Okay, well, they have to prove that. They really have to prove that because I don't believe so. I do not believe that he's doing drugs anymore.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
All right now. Woo, she says she don't believe it. Sis says she don't believe it. Now, even all of these specials and all of this type of situations, you do have to be careful of the new woman that you bring into the situation. Now, if you bring a woman in that don't get along with your kids, you automatically in the mess. Before you get to humping somebody that is not those children's mother, make sure you sit the kids down with, but she's an adult, so, But anywho, it's just good to have that, that understanding that this is somebody that I'm with and making sure that your significant other get along with your children. Because it is some relationships where the significant other don't get along with the children. They do nasty things, and when I say nasty things, they talk back, got nasty attitudes. So it is needed that you could get, some type of a conversation before you make that commitment in a relationship. That's just my humble opinion. Now, with Lamar Odom, is he still doing snorting coke? I personally believe so. I personally believe he's still snorting up that coke. And you got to tell me something to make me probably think otherwise. But in this opinion, I do believe he starts to coke. That's just my personal opinion. They say a child needs to stay in a child's place. Oh, absolutely. But she's grown, because if they said the girl's like 21 years old, she's considered to be grown. She's considered to be grown. Unless I heard something different. Let me see what the article says. She 21? The daughter is 21. Yeah, she's grown. I'm looking at it now. She's grown. The daughter is 21 years old. Yeah, so she's grown. I'm looking right in and there. So they can say whatever. Yes. Yeah, the daughter is grown. So they can say, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm just looking at this video. I'm looking at the comments here. Yes. She's 21. She's fully grown and she can drink. Sadly, Lamar's children have seen some things children shouldn't have to see or experience. I do believe she is good for him, but people don't want them to be great. It's about being said that he tries to get back with Chloe. I hope that's not the case. I don't care. They said go to your place. Then if you don't like they said what? If you don't like my girlfriend. Okay, I hear you. I hear you on that. I 100% hear you on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing this video to a close. I had to just come on here just a short, sweet video. Today, we were dealing with a lot of glitches in YouTube. People were getting booted out of lives, and you all came and viewed. I don't know what was going on today in the viewership, but it was a lot. I was like getting booted out. I was trying to go live before this, and I couldn't get in. So I don't know if it's like a glitch in the system. I hope all of you all were able to see it today. So I was like over it. So I'm looking right here. I watched the playback. Okay. So hopefully everybody can catch the playback. I do apologize for those previous two lives. Like a couple people were, booted out of the live. So people was like hit me up, and it was like, Wiley, why you keep kicking me out? I'm like, I ain't kicking you out no live. I'm not kicking you out no live. I'm sure. Yes, hello.
Hey, Wiley.
Yes, go ahead. What you want to say?
I want to talk about the Lamar Odom
go ahead.
situation.
Go ahead.
I don't believe that anyone that is in a relationship with somebody should be in a relationship with somebody that does not have a good dynamics with their kids. Because if you have a good dynamics with your child and the person that you're in a relationship with for some reason can't seem to get along with your child, then there is a problem with that specific relationship. Her, as being the adult, she had no reason jumping in to that girl's face or even attempting or even acting like as if she wanted to put her hands on her just because you overheard her speaking about your parenting or something like that. Like if you had an issue with his daughter, you should have took it up with her father and let her father address the situation. But in no way, shape, or form do you have the right to jump up in her face. And just on a respect level, you're dating her father. So, like, what does that say about the person that you're dating? You're dating her father, but you're jumping in his daughter's face. So now you're going to create conflict between daughter and father, and you're the extra piece that's trying to be added to the family because you're his fiance. So, meaning that you're trying to get into the family because you're potentially going to be his wife. So why create that havoc, So I don't agree with that. She may be all right for him, but she comes off as a little bit aggressive, controlling from a sense. And I just think that I'm not sure if she's the best fit for him. Yeah, he may be doing a little bit better than he was doing, but I'm not sure if she's a good fit for him, especially if his kids don't like her at all. None of his kids like her. For whatever reason, whatever they've seen behind closed doors, they don't gravitate towards her, and that's an issue for me.
All right. Thank you so much for your opinion. All right. So people are giving their opinion in this situation, but I would have never got into nobody fake. Like, don't get into my face. You might get slapped because I'm not with, you getting into my face and pointing your finger. Like, no. And this is why I tell you when people overstep their boundaries, that's not your place. If she said something that you didn't like, make sure you go head on and give somebody else, let her father know before you get into the situation. And that is what I personally believe in. Because clearly, sis got out of pocket, get into that girl's face. Now, what if she would have knocked her ass out? Then what? This is what we have to understand. We have to stop it. You got to understand who you laying down with. Because some of these people, they do get out of pocket. Them ain't your kids. So you got to know how to handle that situation because everybody ain't with you trying to correct. And then you up there getting her face like she's one of your good girlfriend, like you ready to fight. That's pretty much the spirit and drive. Because, sometimes too, just me thinking about it, he probably don't even want his kids to be in their relationship, like in in the close proximity of her, because she probably just want Lamar Odom to herself. She probably don't even want those kids around him. So then you have to deal with the jealousy piece. And I'm just hearing it. So it's a lot of stuff that's dealt with this story. And when I'm looking at it all and it's sad, I just say, like, that's not good for a former crack addict or a current crack addict to currently go in that beef, because both of them should be getting along. That ain't nothing. That's not good, because a crackhead should not be in a home with a lot of dysfunction. It got to be functional in order for you to focus. All of that dysfunction, it is nowhere in the world that a recovering crack addict or a current crack addict going through all of that. And so while a lot of times kids don't like the new partners for no reason, and tend to get out of line, disrespectful, we will never know. They said, I agree. They said, let me clearly state, I am grateful Lamar came out of the, coma hold, but with that being said, is Lamar really was hot and popping in celebrity news, though? Yes, Kissy's in the news. They just posted an exclusive on the Neighborhood Talk. So obviously it's hot for them to post that exclusive. So we just breaking it down. They said how we would know that his kids are not sowing the same old fault. Yeah, we don't know. But when they post that on the, and you know what? I give the Neighborhood Talk credit, because the Neighborhood Talk has been reporting exclusives. This is why I love them, dear. I love them so much, because they've been working they behind off every single day. They've been pushing out content. I think today we pushed out, 3 videos. So I give them credit, because when he left the neighborhood, when he left the shade room, he could have easily went away, didn't do crack, cried, got into depression. And he was really depressed. Like, Kai was really, really depressed, because he lost that big job, and they still be trying to throw digs at him, trying to snatch his stories or report his Instagram page. So he had to go through all that crap just to survive. And now this brother, and I just want to say this really quickly, y'all. This brother now getting the love and the respect by 2 publishers. Give me a second. He's getting respect for People's Magazine. They featured his content about Amanda Seales, about why she left the real, and also Hot 97 put and featured the Neighborhood Talk, as well as Complex featured the Neighborhood Talk. So I give that man credit. Hope you know. So I do. And that's why I always go on his page and see what he posts, because he always posts some things that be dope. I give him that credit, because without him, I won't be getting my celebrity, because I support him, because he's dope. He's dope. he's dope. I love him. They said no sense he's not with a trash Kardashian. He's not pop anymore. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh my gosh. Y'all, it's something else. It's like, y'all, because he ain't with the Kardashian. Well, some people think that once you leave the Kardashian, you don't be hot no more. Like, come on now. People think that, So make sure y'all thumbs up the video. This was a lovely video. I had fun with y'all tonight. I'm going to go because I got to get my tail up for the morning show, because we got a whole nother show to do in the a.m. So I just had to come out and chit-chat with y'all this lovely night, because I know it's about 11:50 where y'all at, 10:50 where I'm at, and then 7:50 on the West Coast. I'm sorry, 8:50 on the West Coast. And also, too, we're going to be breaking down Tasha K video when she interviewed the family. So we're going to be breaking down that video tomorrow. So I cannot wait for that exclusive for me to break that down on tomorrow. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. I might put me some in the air fryer. That's what I might do, because that air fryer was good. Because I only ate like 1 or 2 chicken drumsticks today. I got to start eating, because I don't really been eating that much. I think I only have that and some water. Oh my God. You only had like 2 chicken drumsticks. And mind you, the air fryer, I don't know who told me about it, but it is incredible. Crunchy, like the juices, the seasonings. are like off the chain. That's one thing I enjoyed about it. It's off the chain. I highly suggest that you invest into an air fryer because it's good. It's good. I give y'all credit. Did you see? So it's really, really good. So thank you all. Peace. I got to go. Been on here almost an hour. Let me get some sleep because I've been working nonstop.